movie's title, Swing. In that movie, you see Regina Van Helvert, on-air personality and actress, shave all her hair. And I'm like, yay, can I ever do this? I have a short hair, but I don't think I want to have a sakura, like we call it, on. And it must be emotionally draining for her, because in the trailer, you see her go through a lot of challenges. I don't know what this movie is about, but I know it's titled Swing. And I have in the studio with me the executive producer of the movie, Daniel Edda. Producer, why did you bank your money on Regina? She's, yes, she's an actress, but an up and coming. We have the big names. We've complained about using the big names, but I couldn't think of any producer, going out of his way to use somebody who is not one of the, very big names.
I'll say acting is not about the name. It's about the delivery. And once you have it, I believe everyone can act, but few people take it into professionalism. Once you have it in you and you can deliver. And most importantly, we look at pairing your personal self to the character you're going to depict. Once it matches, it works for us. So it's not just about the name, and that's why we have to mix the up and comings with the very strong characters to get it work for the market. That's all.
I'm sure it must have been a lot of investment looking at some of the the parts or the things that happen in Swing. I saw, Regina, for instance, had to scrape her whole hair. And I know that in Nigeria, where you come from, for an actress to scrape her hair, it means that, you're doling out money. Tell me.
First of all, I don't think an actress would want to take off her hair for money. We don't really, not just an actress, yeah. Filmmakers generally, we don't really get into the industry for money. First of all, we do what we do for the love we have for the passion and the love we have for.
How did they
survive? Yes, the money comes later, yeah. But first of all, you have to get to love what you do, and that's what brings the joy. Yeah. So when I called her, I was in South Africa when I got the story, and I called her and sent to her email, and she was like, okay. She read the script. She didn't understand the part that said she would take off hair. She didn't understand the stage of cancer that she would get to in the film, and I had to call her again to confirm she read the script, and she was like, yeah, fine. So I broke the news. I was like, do you know we have to play it real? She said, yes, I'm going to put my all and everything. And I was like, okay, go through the script to a certain level. You see the stage of cancer that you get to, and we have to take off your hair. And she was like, what? Yeah. She was a bit reluctant, but at the end of the day, considering the story, the messages and everything, she called me back and she told me it's worth doing.
Why didn't you make that a make-believe? Why did you take the pain to, get her to take her entire hair off?
First of all, I wanted to pass one or two messages to some of my audience out there. We don't know where this movie will get to. I can assure you it's a very interesting movie. Although we're not promising you come to the cinema to laugh. It's a very emotional and exciting film. It has no comic relief. We had to bring out the reality of the story. And there are a lot of people out there living all rich, looking beautiful, but going through a lot of emotional trauma and all that. But they can't come out to say it. Some people are not even proud of their natural self. If you get amputated today, I think you should be proud of it. You have cancer, and the wigs won't be there forever. You just have to show your real self. So we just wanted to make it real and let the fans accept it as it is.
But are you making money? I've seen you do productions over and over here in Ghana. Are you making money? Is it worth the time? Is it worth the wahala that you go through?
This is a big one. I wouldn't want to give out too much, but first of all, apart from the fact that we work for passion, we do what we do for the passion and the love we have for it, filmmaking is also someone's business. That's why we have the producers, we have the executive producers. So whoever comes on board gets his own share. And I feel the game is a win-win thing. To what much is given, much is expected. So if you meet the standard, you'll be able to get to the platforms where you can make your money back. So if you're investing, there's no way you can invest $1,000 and be expecting $1 million. Yeah, so we just look at the right channel to put the money into, and the kind of stories which put out, and our targeted audience. Yes, I think so far so good.
So far, so good. Now, after premiering, how do you recoup from, because now there's no sales of CDs and all that, nobody actually buys CDs. So when you premiere, what else? What happens to the movie?
A lot, a lot. Yeah, marketing goes beyond CDs. We stopped CDs many years ago. Yeah, and these days we have a lot of digital channels and all that.
So you sell to them?
We sell the internet rights, international rights, and even airplanes. They play some of our movies on airplanes.
And you charge them?
Yes,
they get to pay you?
Yes, they pay because they use our content to entertain their
Audience.
passengers, and yes, so the airplane, we get to sell airplane rights, we sell TV rights, internet rights. There's Iroko now. There's DSTV. There are so many platforms. They just have a certain standard that you have to deliver. Yes, once you meet it, you get it.
Averagely, how much do you spend on Swing?
Am I to mention that? I can't tell.
No,
it's a lot.
It's a lot of money.
Yes,
how much money?
Peter.
You see, it's a lot because I was on set and I could see. I saw things myself. I mean, getting one's hospital, I think, for more than a week.
Wow.
Yes, for more than a
You
week.
pay for everything. You pay for everything. You have to pay for location, the costume.
You pay for
makeup,
a hospital. I thought
everything.
that's like advertisement for the hospital.
No. At the end of the day, you also use their utilities and everything. Yeah, so they charge us because they feel we're making money out of it. Yeah, so we really want to make money. It's not the money we make from the market, though. We want the corporate bodies to assist the industry. After making movies, Peter has done a couple of movies. Why don't Globacom or Vodafone call him, sign him up as an ambassador, and give him some huge amount of money? They have the money.
Yeah.
We will do the projection for them, but they're not calling us. So we're just trying to, do as much as we can to, stay consistent and relevant.
Now, I want to go back to the Nigerian market. I've seen you bring some Nigerian stars down here to shoot movies as well. In Swing, I'm not sure there's a Nigerian in there, is there? Okay, so this time around you're doing a fully, Ghanaian production. Why is it that? Because I thought that these days we needed to thrive on the Nigerians to sell our movies, to get the movies to Nigeria as well.
First of all, the industry is one. It's just the fans that gets it wrong. We have one industry in Africa and in the world. Entertainment is entertainment. You go according to your scripts. And then when you're casting, we look at how to pair people, the kind of people you should pair in the same kind of role, and how the chemistry will go. If Peter isn't really cool with, for instance, with Patience Ozoko, if I see them on my set that they don't have chemistry and I force them to do it, the movie wouldn't come out well. So sometimes the reason we pair the Ghanaian artists and Nigerian artists is not to make any difference in the acting. Acting is the same. Whether you speak your local language or English, acting is the same. The reason we try to pair them is everybody has a different audience and fans, yes. Otherwise, it's not very necessary, or,
Is it good for business as well? Because people say, oh, because we want to touch every market, we want to grab a bit of every market, that's why we do the pairing.
Yes, sometimes it's good for business, but depends on the audience you have targeted. Yeah, sometimes we do some movies for a particular platform. It's not even every movie I get into the cinema. So, so depending on your audience, you get the script and you look at it and you look at the budget, and then the next thing you consider where you get it to. And once you have the people to get to your targeted audience, that's it.
That's it.
Yes.
Now, I haven't seen you work with the Ghanaian director. I know Pascal Amanford.
I have.
You have worked with the Ghanaian director. Who
yes.
did you work with?
I've worked with Edinate.
Okay.
Edinate directed in April.
Okay.
And I've worked with what's his name? He's not so big. Abu. I've worked with Abu. Yeah, I executively produced a movie with Umar somewhere 2015 or 14. Yes, and we worked with Abu. So it's not every movie that I do, that I produce. Sometimes we, we join the team as executive producers or sponsorship production and all that.
But this one had Pascal. I'm just asking why Pascal on this one.
Pascal is a very creative director, right? Every director has one or two areas of specialty. Some directors can even direct comedy scripts. You have to be funny to be able to direct a comedy script. You look at your artist and, you have to have that artistic experience. You have to have that humor to be able to do it. So when I see the scripts, I try to look at people's history, the kind of movies they've come out with and how creative they are. So when I saw Swings, Pascal, I'm cool with Pascal and every other director out there. They are all good in their own. So when I saw Swings, Pascal just came into my mind. Yeah. He's not the only director I've worked with. I've worked with other Nigerian directors in Ghana, but Pascal just came into my mind, and when I sent him the script, he loved it. And he even called me back, and, in less than a minute or 2 minutes that we talked, he even added some addendums and how to twist the story. That's how it goes.
And just a quick one, also away from Swings. Now, I'm sure that you're very familiar with what is happening in our music industry, Ghana, Nigeria. There's some friction. You are in this country. I'm sure you're worried. I'm worried for my family out there in Nigeria because of the turn of events. Do you think that it's something that could escalate? Do you think that it could go beyond what we are seeing? Though Wizkid hasn't spoken, but the recent firing of gun by Shatta and all that is happening, you think that is something that could escalate in something else?
When I saw the whole thing on Instagram, I wasn't even threatened because this is not even a beef. You can't be fighting with someone who's not fighting with you. Do you understand? I'm more like a Ghanaian. I've been in this country and I actually love everything I see in this country. I feel whoever is coming up with this whole thing has a message for his people, but doesn't know how to address it. Okay, so there are better ways he could have, passed this message and get. You can't just set up a fire and have the fans fighting and over what's not necessary. So I feel it wouldn't get out of hand. Yes, since the other party is not commenting, and it wouldn't get out of hand.
But Nigerians are commenting.
I just feel, I don't know how it works in the music industry though, but if they have an organization, or I think they have how is it called, music guy. Yes, they should call his attention and just try to amend this on their own. They don't even have to invite a third party to come on board. Yeah.
By the way, you think the way the fans in Nigeria are going about it, there's no cause for alarm?
There's no cause for alarm. There's no cause for alarm. Well, I feel whatever goes on social media is entertaining. So let it happen there and die there. We don't have to do it in person.